Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal's Space Program. Now, in between the last episode and this episode, I have done several missions, and you see those in the outro card, and as well on the schedule video of which I put up Sunday. So now, but today we are going to want to, this doesn't make a lot of money. We want to eventually get this to orbit because we only have 5 days on it, and though yes, we are only coming to the end of our first day technically, we need money to be able to upgrade stuff like the launch pad, because we need heavier rockets, we need more complex rockets. So what we're gonna do here is look. Oh, these are just orbit. Getting a thumper to space though, that would be very, very difficult. A radial decoupler to space. 3 to 5,000. That's actually very close to the ground. That's just above. At roughly the same speed though. And then this one is really high up, so that's not even going to help. I could be going 0 speed, I just have to be up 2,000. Actually that and this one, because that could be up to 8,000. This goes up between 2 to 8,000. This is 3 to 5,000. So if we're right in that zone, we have to be going at least 100. So I'm thinking liquid fuel to get it up to that point. But this doesn't even have to be going any speed. So yeah, we're going to take both of those, and I'll demonstrate how you do 2 at once. So we're just going to need some little simple rocket. Will have to be manned. So this Weasley engine though, that's a turbofan. Basically an aircraft engine. So that's going to be unique, you could say. So first and foremost, we need a parachute, probably lots of them, because we want to save as much of the ship as possible to get all the money back. Then just a little engine. We don't have to go high, we don't have to go fast, so we just want something that works. Oops, and I forgot to start my timer for the episode, so I don't make an absurdly long episode. There we go. And I'll just like 5 minutes or 3 minutes, I don't know. Anyways, at sea level is 160. This one has more thrust, then again more fuel consumption, about quarter more, for consumes less fuel for its thrust, so we will use, but no gimbling. The gimbling is really nice, especially on craft that you are not expecting to go very far. Okay, just I have to do 2 to keep it balanced. That's why we want to This is why we want it all to return. We might actually put some more parachutes on the side here. We really want this to return. We want... You know what? These can actually go when that goes. So because the Mark 16 radial? Wait. Okay, we need to test the Mark 16 parachute. Mark 16 is... Oh, yeah, just the top one. Okay. So, yeah, once we get up to height, we can just stage everything at once. And it should complete both at the same time, making it very simple for us to do anything. So we have to get up to at least 110 at 3,000 meters. Yeah, 110 at 3,000. The minimums of this one match or will be suffice for this one. So I think that's it. Let's try to fly this thing. See if it actually flies. And actually splashing down over the water would be best. So yeah, let's try this. Speed control will be very important. As you see, we're actually almost already at speed, and we're actually out of fuel. That was not enough. Oh, speak of the point of reverting. I will only revert for design fails. That the design did not accomplish what it was supposed to. I will not revert for a mess up I do. So, like, I decided to try to suicide burn and it just didn't work. I will not revert for that. So, if I legitimately make a mistake, then it will be permanent. But if I just design the craft in a very, very stupid way, and I forgot to make sure it wasn't that stupid, ooh, we need to get off the ground. It's a little bit heavier because the liquid fuel, and we want to get over the water. We want it at 110. We do need to get up to 3,000 though. What's our max speed? 190? Yeah, we can go a little faster. Not much, but... Nope, we gotta go slower. And we are at altitude, we're at speed, and go! That should have got both. And it did. Turn SAS off, let this thing tumble over however it wants. It should flip over because most of the parachutes are on top, so... This thing is actually kind of majestic. Okay, let's bring it down a little faster because this is not at all interesting. They opened up at about 600, which means a very long descent. Although it's really good speed, only 7. And since we're splashing down in the water, nothing should break. And so therefore we're only spending the money of the fuel that we used, rather than when we have staged components where we pretty much lose all the money for the all of the staging that we let loose as well. So all in all, that was an incredibly successful mission. Very cheap. Did everything we needed it to do almost exactly. With very few inefficiencies. So We have 2 VIPs, and that is always... Oh, we have 3 VIPs. I kind of want that other VIP because that is 2 very, very lucrative, because we essentially gain almost 10,000 per flight for that. So while the last one probably gained us something similar. But anywho, I will do these real quick, but they will be time-lapse because I think this is a really good point to be able to time-lapse things. So, and please leave in the comment section below if the music is a little too heavy. I was thinking that Galaxy Heavy Blow was fine for this because it's kind of, well, rock music to rocket launches. So, anyways, I hope you enjoy. And I need to reset my timer. And let's do this. This is a brand new Armored Core Runs About from Armored Core 3 Nexus Evolution. Okay, and welcome back. That should actually time out to the length of the song in general. I did accidentally mess up my timer too, so the episode is going to be a little wonky in length. Let's see what else we have. We have another 2 that we could ferry. Let's see if any of these are a little more profitable. But they have to be very similar, otherwise you're going to have to make an entire rocket for a very specific craft and not do much with it. Test the hammer up at 5,000. You know, there's... not really... Yeah, see, all of these, just, you'd have to do something in flight, like the hammer one, but the speed is so specific, too. Not that I think we'd get over 310, but Activation of the part through staging while on an escape trajectory. Wow, we don't even have a rocket that can do that yet, I think. So yeah, we might just ferry another 2. We'll take this one just in case we find another another one person. Actually, we might redesign the rocket to hold a few more, because if we could take 4 in one flight, that would be amazing. But the things that we need to upgrade, though, is the launch pad. So we'll upgrade that right now. And the VAB, because we're starting to run out of pieces that we can use. Anywho, we will get these tourists up and over, and I will see you after I am done with that. I'm gonna do just like a cut here. So, tell me which you guys prefer more, the music overlay or just a flat cut. So, or a, not flat cut, a transition. So leave that in the comment section below, and I'll see you once I'm done with this. Alright, and welcome back, and we have more funds. But this takes a lot, but in that idea, let's get these 2, and let's get the orbit. But let's design an orbital vehicle, because now that we have the heavier weight, we could probably go with our first idea, and that is to stick these puppies on this. Oop, it is not duplicated on the other side. Never duplicate. It's a shame that Robin Williams passed away. He was such a funny guy. Anyways, we will name this just Test. Actually, we don't... we kind of want it with the passenger thing, because we will get passengers that want to go all the way up to orbit. But at the same time, we kind of want to collect science while we're up there. But I guess it's not any different for if you're in orbit or if you're just in space. So, yeah, actually, we do need to do some simple math here. That is 2 times the thrust. So we will limit these down to, wait, how much heavier though? About 2 times heavier. So we will say 65% thrust. And this should get us actually high enough and fast enough that this little liquid engine can get us the rest of the way into orbit. So let's try this and see what happens here. Okay, good liftoff. A little slow though, so we can have the thrust on a little higher. A lot higher actually, maybe like 75%. We will actually start doing a gravity turn once we're out of the lower atmosphere too. No. Oh dear. Okay. That's a design flaw, so. Just that there is not enough, because if you look at center weight, it's probably behind, it's right on the wings, which means that these wings are taking more precedence. So these boosters actually need wings on them, and I would say in the same direction, just to be like, no, we stay going this direction. I do want to see how well they do at this thrust level first though, so All mistakes aside, this launch should be good. Pending any explosions. They're about halfway out of fuel, and we are not going nearly fast enough. So yes, the thrust is actually way too low. We're not even causing Mach effects on the craft yet, so... Yep, revert flight. That needs to be a lot faster. So, pump it up to 75, and let's see how that works. And this will actually become the Orbita commuta. Once, if it is successful, because why try to redesign something that works, you know? So, that is better speed, which means that we're going to get better fuel efficiency. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to balance out, trying to make ourselves go up against gravity so we're not just floating there, and making sure that the air pressure above us isn't pushing down too hard. We're trying to balance out getting pulled back and getting pressed back by the air or pulled back by gravity and pressed back by oh dear, this is not going to be good enough. By the air pressure. Like, we're going really fast, but we can't turn over, which is a very bad thing. So I'm going to, like, really hard over this, because we need all of that thrust to be in the orbital direction. This is probably the most awkward way to get a craft into orbit, too. So... Also, the concept of lifting bodies, too. So I'm wondering if we start kind of a gravity turn at launch. I don't think we're getting into space, even into space at this angle. Are we? Our apoapsis is just under, and we are not even near. Well, we're actually pretty close. If you look at the speed, we need about 600 meters per second of thrust. So, if we, nope, not. If we rotate it like this, like that, we launch. What we're going to do is we're going to use the fact that the craft, well, has wings on it too. We are going to try to actually bend it over immediately. A little bit, not too much, because we do need the speed to be able to let those winglets actually be able to carry us. So, because we do want this, we need more thrust per second, so we need more speed going in the direction we want to be actually going, but at the same time we need more lift. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these little winglets to actually lift us, or to give us that lift. That just generic speed will lift us up higher. So which still works for this stage. Oh, that needs to be on max. Which still works for this stage too. Not that there's much atmosphere left, so we do have to be careful too, because this is almost space plane-ish with how we took off. So we can burn up in the atmosphere still. So let's see how high we are. We are actually in space. So let's just hard over. We want more speed. Actually, I should probably have saved that fuel for because we got to space. Actually, revert to launch. Let's try that again because based on what it looked like, it was almost that these boosters got us to space. And so if we could just use all of this fuel just to circularize the orbit, then I think we'll actually be very, very good. Just a touch over, and we'll let gravity do the rest. So yeah, starting a gravity turn right from the launch pad. But like I said, this is more space plane-ish in how it's getting up into space, that we're using a lot of wings to be able to provide lift where lift wasn't there before. So it is a different way of doing it. We are actually not gravity turning as fast. There's no way this is getting us into space. No, not at this speeds. Although we are going pretty fast. Let's see where we are at the moment. Okay, we will continue at about this until we're in space, and then we'll try to circularize it. And go a little higher just to take into account that the atmosphere will slow us down a little bit. And we just want to, like, blast it in this direction. Also, this will tell us our actual how much we're missing. So, because it's kind of hard to tell most of the time, but speed up a little. Yeah, see, the atmosphere almost slowed us down to the point that we're in the atmosphere still. But get out of the map. Once we are actually in space, I am going to punch it. We don't want to be changing our orbit direction though, so we'll put it about right there and punch it. Let's see if this is enough thrust to get us circularized. We are a very light craft, so this engine is plenty powerful, but whether it can actually get us that much delta V in the time needed, which it does not look like it's going to do. No, it's not. There's definitely not enough thrust. Yep, we got a little bit more out of it, but we just flat out need more fuel or more thrust, so. So. Oh, this is just the little swivel though, right? Yeah, so let's try the Reliant, rather. Because it is a little more fuel efficient. I don't think enough, but this would be a good test. And these guys can actually be a little more powerful. Just 3% more powerful. And maybe they'll be 20% cooler. I'm not sure how many people will actually get that joke, but push it over a little bit, but stall it out because we want this a light turnover, Apple or otherwise. Okay, push it a little further. We want. Okay, the engines are so powerful that they're just lifting us, so we do want to pull over a little bit. This is getting us horizontal rather than vertical thrust, so we are just exchanging one directional force for another. So a little bit more over. About right there, I think, would be fine. Wow, what was that? I'm not sure. Ah! What? What? Why are you up there? Okay. I always assume that Kerbal is going to do stuff correctly, and apparently it isn't. So... anyways, we are running out of time, and this will be the last launch. Let's try it. Just hard over at first, and then kind of stall it out right there. We should gain enough speed quick enough that it'll stabilize itself. Maybe not. Balance. We do not want to pass the 45-degree line. Gosh. Okay, we are going horizontal way too much. Now we are a space plane. We are slowing though. We are definitely going way too fast for the inner atmosphere, and that pressure on the top is actually reducing how much we're thrusting by quite a bit too, so not very efficient. Let's pull it back up. Because if we do not get higher in the atmosphere quicker, then we will actually be wasting fuel. And we will start to burn up. We need to get higher. Oh god, okay, there goes the winglets. Slower, 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 slower. A little bit faster. Hold that temperature. Nope, it's getting a little too close. A little too close. Not fast enough now. Okay, so we're getting high enough up that we can go a little faster. We're almost at orbital velocity, but we're not even out of the atmosphere. So, and we would have gotten barely up to it. But look at that. We almost got a circularized orbit just from the launch, but not enough delta V. So in the next episode, we are going to finalize an orbital vehicle. We know that this is just too light. We need to build a bigger rocket. So in the next episode, that's what we're going to be doing. So if you're enjoying the wow, what was that? If you're enjoying the episodes, please leave a like and please do subscribe so that you can catch the next episode when it comes out. As well, please leave a comment in the comment section below at anything that I might be doing wrong, because I know I'm not the best at these gravity turn and launches and stuff like that. But I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. you for watching all the way to the end of the outro. If you would like to see every rocket launch like this, be sure to leave a link in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Bye.